Yo, big up to everyone, man. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, make sure you smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. Subscribe to everyone on the panel. We do have Yasser joining us he should be joining us anytime now. To be honest with you, that's the main thing in the debate because this is a Clearlake Man United or Ineos debate. I saw some people talk about it recently, so I wanted to discuss that. We've also got Mike's, man. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, I'm doing all good, man. Thank you for having me on once again, man. Should be interested in this.
Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to get, obviously, I need Yasser on for the debate because he's the actual Chelsea fan. You know what I'm saying? And he can discuss it more. But I saw Rance and Don do this earlier. And obviously, I was actually arguing with Don on Twitter. And Don is one of those people, yeah. He's one of those, he's like a gal. He's one of those generic fans, yeah, that they, like, firstly, he contradicts himself all the time. And he holds different standards for his own club than other clubs. He'll hold his club. And it's weird. He'll hold his own club to such low standards, but then everyone else's club they have to be ridiculous high standards. Like a gal, you see with a gal. How high does a gal hold Liverpool to? Oh, Liverpool are going to fall off. Liverpool are overrated. You hear, and Don's one of them fans. He's one of them Chelsea fans. So I wanted to obviously, I'm saying Yasser's a bit more realistic. He's a bit smarter than Don. Do you know what I'm saying? But I was arguing with Don, and Don was like, "I can't believe you're back in Ineos. They've got you 13th." I said, you back Clearlake, and Clearlake had you 12th in their first season after doing 300 million. And they also done about 200 million more in the January because they bought Mudryk and who was it? Mudryk and Enzo. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. So that's why I was baffled. But yeah, we've got Yasser in. Big up, man. What are you saying, bro?
I'm good, man. What? Listen, why am I hearing Don slander, bro? What's going on? That's my guy Don, bro. I'm hearing Don slander.
This is basically the topics are like Ineos and Clearlake in it. And I saw today that Rance and I saw like on Rance's Clips channel that Rance and Don were arguing about who's better, like who's got better recruitment, Clearlake or Ineos. Yeah, I think it's objectively that so far. Yeah. I think it's objectively so far that Ineos have had better Ineos have had better recruitment in terms of you might have had more hits, but in terms of percentage, we've had more hits under them. Do you know what I'm saying? Our money, we haven't spent anywhere near the money we spent.
Yeah, I agree.
My problem with Ineos, I think the problem with Ineos is they didn't do enough. They didn't buy enough players. They didn't buy the extra attacker that you should have bought in the summer. Instead, they relied on Garnacho or something like that. That's what we didn't do. Whereas Clearlake bought too much in one position. Do you know, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, and I feel like that's my problem. But yeah, I had an argument with Don on Twitter. That's what I was talking about. And he was sitting there saying, "You're 13th. You're 13th." I said, "Yeah, but you were 12th in their first season, no? Do you know what I'm saying? You were 12th. They've already hired a better manager than you have. Like, Ruben Amorim is a better manager than every manager you've hired under Clearlake." Yeah,
That's true.
He's a better manager. He's a more qualified manager. He's 39 years of age, won 6 trophies. That's better than Enzo. I think that's more than Enzo, Pochettino. And is that the only 2 managers you've hired permanently?
Potter as well.
Yeah, Potter, all combined. Do you know? I know it's different leagues, but you're telling me Enzo was in the Italian league. Pochettino was in the French league. Do you know what I'm saying?
Are you talking about like CV?
Yeah, CV wise, and he's also younger than all of them.
Amorim's better. Yeah. We were linked to Amorim, we just never got it in the summer.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. I was like, they've already hired a better manager than you, and I said like, I trust if you because Don. My thing with Don was sitting there going, "I'm so glad we didn't get Ineos." And I'm like, bro, but you hype up Clearlake, who have done worse. I think if Ineos were at Chelsea, you would have been better off.
Not really. I don't think so. I don't think we've seen. There's some decisions that are made that we don't necessarily agree with Clearlake. Obviously, we have more of things to say about Clearlake because first they've been here more, and we've also seen like we've spent more money, so there's more things you can say they've done right or wrong on. Do you get what I'm saying? And the more you spend, the more mistakes you can potentially make. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Where if you bought 10 players, there's a bigger chance that you have a couple more that might be hit misses than hits. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, but
I agree that a lot of your last transfer window, I agree. I liked it in terms of the players you got. Do you know what I'm saying? There was some opportunistic signings like a Mazraoui. You managed to get a De Ligt to our rate, but that's probably because I'm a bit biased and I know about him from Holland or whatever. You got Xerxes, which is another one. You saw me battle it out when everyone told me he was trash in the beginning, remember? And there's a couple of players that I've seen. I thought, yeah, good. I've not watched Dogu, but I've seen him play for Denmark the other day against Portugal, and he was not playing
that well. No, but they said he actually played quite well. Yeah, they said actually played well. I did watch the game, but I didn't really notice him. But I know he got an assist.
Yeah, he was going a bit forward. He was going forward a lot more.
I think he plays in a 4 though.
It was a 4. Yeah, it was a forward that he was playing in. And I agree that yours has been, but we haven't seen Clearlake. I mean, sorry, we haven't seen Ineos here for long enough. So if you were, let's say,
Yeah,
if
but
they both came in at the same time, then you and I can both go, you know what, cool. Like, so we've had X amount of transfer windows, and this is what happened.
yeah,
Listen,
I
I'll
agree,
just get
but
on a phone call right now. I'm gonna be back. Just give me.
no. I agree with that, yeah. But my thing is I can compare them from when Clearlake first took over Chelsea and they were champions of Europe and champions of the world. They were debt free. They had all these academy players they could have sold. They had so much money they could have used and used it correctly. And they completely fucked up Chelsea's finances to the point where they had to sell the hotels to get it back. So when people forget that when they sit there and go, United are getting rid of the dinner lady or whatever they fucking said, oh, she's eating soup or some shit. Yeah, I'm like, yeah. But they clearly had to literally sell Chelsea's hotels to a sister company or whatever the fuck it was. And I'm like, I can compare them at the time that they came in. They came in Chelsea were in a better position than United. This is a fact. Chelsea were in a better position than Manchester United. Yeah, more financial flexibility and all that stuff. They were champions of Europe. Then they turn you to complete shit, whereas we were already shit. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you look at their signings from their first summer window, Cucurella, it took him a year to bed in. Do you know what I'm saying? It took him about a year and a half. Took to his second season at the end of it where Pochettino came in. Sterling, flop, big flop. Koulibaly, big flop. Who was the other players? Do you know any other players they signed that summer? I know they signed Mudryk and Enzo in the January as well, which have both been flops.
I don't think they signed that many players in that summer, did they?
Enzo, he hasn't yet flopped. You know them ones?
Flopped. He's been a flop so far. He's been a flop. I really don't see it.
With me, yeah. And I don't know, maybe Mike can relate to this. You know, sometimes, yeah, when you have a rubbish manager, bro, it kind of, I don't know how to say this, man, because when we had Poch, it just felt like he didn't just tank the stock of the players, yeah, but it kind of gave you the wrong idea of what you're actually seeing. Do you get what I'm saying? Does that kind of make it like what we saw last season with some of the players or the things that were happening? It's almost like I want to skip past that because that season wasn't real. You kind of get what I'm saying? We didn't see progress. We just saw everyone go down. We've seen players not playing their position. We've seen so many things. Now, if obviously some of the players that you have touched on in your club have been there for a while, yeah. So it doesn't matter if what's his name? Who's this manager that Ten Hag did bad or didn't do bad, whatever it was. You knew that you know enough about a Rashford. You know enough about a Luke Shaw, a Maguire. Do you get what I'm saying? You've seen enough of them to know that even if you change managers, you already know what levels they're on, innit? But with some of the players that we've seen now, I've seen Enzo ball out for Potter, but then when he got Pochettino, he looked a completely different player, but he was playing with hernia. Do you get what I'm saying? So what am I supposed to...
that's the fucking injury excuse. So he's playing with an injury. I
swear to God, bro, yeah. I
should have played them
2 days ago. Man couldn't leave the bed yesterday. Then I had to go and drive a car up to somewhere, do an inspection and all this rubbish at work here. Brother, if I can't do that, how am I supposed to play football?
What, you get what I'm saying?
We've no one's ever argued or discussed Enzo's, what's it called? Legs. No one said he ain't got legs. But that time he was running around playing on his own in midfield, he didn't have legs. Come on, I can't fall for that, bro.
That is more of a manageable.
Maybe it's been more of a miss than a hit. Like, we'd move him towards that category. I can probably go with that, but I can't say that he's a fully miss.
Do you think with someone of that price tag has given enough for his time at Chelsea so far?
Yes.
Right, cool.
Yeah,
Do you want to go through it then? I'm gonna click this segment up, yeah, and I'm gonna put it as a video, yeah.
Yeah.
Us three will go through all the Chelsea signings. United have obviously only done 7 signings or something like that. Is it Heaven, Ugarte, Dorgu, Yoro, Mazraoui, De Ligt, Xerxes? There might be one more.
Yeah.
No, they signed Leon, but he isn't here yet, so we don't know about him.
Okay.
Right.
I don't know who that is.
Do you want to go? I don't even know Chelsea signings. Yeah, I don't even know. So get up Clearlake, all the Clearlake signings, and we'll compare. We'll do hit and miss.
Yeah, to be fair, that first 6 months it was Todd Bowley that was signing them, and then they got direct to football in that January, innit?
Yeah, but their recruitment still hasn't improved.
No, I'm just putting it out there.
They're just doing a different approach. Yeah, they're just doing a different approach. Like their recruitment's still bad. They're just signing players now, young players, instead of signing what they were doing. They were signing Koulibaly, Sterling, these types of players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
So let's see. I think one of the first signings, obviously they haven't put it on here, but one of the first signings. I mean, look, this doesn't even say it in order. Nkunku was one of them. He's a
I can
flop.
get them up. I can get them up if you want. Do you want to just get it up myself?
Yeah, get them up because I want to see them in order because I don't really remember what it was in order.
Nkunku was their first one. I remember he joined in the summer.
Yeah, Nkunku was the first one. Yeah, because the way they're doing it, what I'm seeing is they're just ranking them by. They're ranking them by a number. So this guy's been the worst. This guy's been the best. But then it doesn't tell you when they came.
Transfers. Yeah,
you could look at it on what's that thing called? Transfer market.
Transfer market.
Yeah, transfer market. Yeah.
This thing's just confusing, bro. It's literally arrivals, departures. Let's see.
They joined in. What year was it? 22, 23, no?
Yeah, 22. Yeah.
So Enzo Fernandez, 120 million.
Hold on 1 sec. I'm just getting this up. Hold on.
Yeah.
Right, cool. We'll go for this. Yeah, we'll go for it. But yeah, it isn't in order. You are right, but. It's doing departures. Yeah, let me just do main position, transfer date, no position. Oh, fucking hell.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh well. Let's just it does it by thingy. Right, cool. Yeah. Let's go through it. Oh, I forgot even then. Let's go through it. Right, all this is their first summer. This is Clearlake's first summer. Yeah, so we can also compare this to Ineos' first summer. Right, cool. Yeah. Dennis Sarcario, have you said? I don't say his name. Is that he was on loan from Juventus, was he?
Dennis Sarcario, yeah.
Oh, Sarcario, yeah, that's a miss.
We got him on loan.
Are we going hit? Sorry, miss. Sorry, are we all going miss?
That's a miss, bro.
Yeah, he barely played. Yeah.
Yeah, miss.
I don't even think he came. Did he come through? Did he? I don't think he. No, he was already there on the Tuchel.
It it was the first summer. Yeah, so Tuchel had him for like 6 months because he was the first manager.
Because Tuchel was at the first season. Remember? Gabriel Slonia, I don't know, it's some goalkeeper. I said that's a miss.
Slonina or some shit. Yeah.
He's on. He's just going around on loan. We can't. The players we haven't seen at Chelsea, we can't say hit and miss, bro.
Okay, cool. I just do players that actually played. Right, cool. João Felix on loan was a miss at the time. He was awful in his first 6 months at Chelsea.
You got a red card as well.
Yeah, you got a red card in his first game. I remember against Fulham. Fofana, but a centre forward one. I imagine he didn't play. Miss. All right, cool. Aubameyang, miss.
He didn't get a chance.
Andre Santos. I mean, he hasn't really played, has he?
We haven't seen him in France, but I haven't seen him play for Chelsea, so I can't say he's hit. So we just put 0.
Cassade.
He's a miss, bro. Send him, bro.
What's the point of that?
Yeah. I thought they only really brought him in because he played for. Remember, he went on when he got him. We sent him on loan to Leicester when Maresca was there. We ended up leaving him there because we thought maybe he knows that system. If that even makes sense. So he probably wanted him there, but miss.
Carney Chukwuemeka.
Yeah, he's a miss as well. Injury prone.
Yeah, miss.
Melo Gusto.
He's a baller though, but injury. Gusto, I don't think he's been a miss. He had one good season, and this season's just. So I don't know.
I don't think he's a bad player.
Yeah, reason why. Do you know why I say he's a hit though? Because I reckon you could sell him and make your money back anyways. You could sell him for
100%. Good player, just doesn't fit the system. He can't play that invert stuff. He's an overlapping fullback.
This one might cause a bit of debate though, because I saw fucking Don try to say it. Noni Madueke.
Miss.
He's a miss for me.
He's a miss, bro.
Apparently, Don was saying that he was good. Like, he's been good at times. And I'm like, bro, I don't know what you're.
No, but I know what he's saying. Like,
if you
sign him as a weekend, you don't expect him to be your starter, bro.
Yeah, yes.
So as a backup, he's
effective though. Anyways, off the bench, he's an effective off the bench. And if he was not left-footed, would he play? He wouldn't play, would he? If he was not left-footed, because if he was right-footed, he wouldn't offer what the they like the left-footed, the ones that can drift inside and play in possession sort of thing. Left-footed right wingers. If he was left-footed, he wouldn't play.
The problem is if he's done well in bits, that's not still good enough for Chelsea as a signing. If you do well in bits, so that's a miss.
Yeah.
Benoit Badiashile.
Miss.
Koulibaly.
Miss.
Koulibaly. Miss.
Sterling miss as well. I'll say
Sterling miss.
Yeah.
Cucurella.
Late hit.
Hit. Definitely hit.
All right, cool. Yeah, I agree. Hit, by the way. I agree with everything you lot have said. To be honest with you, Mudryk, obviously, we know it's a miss. No
Miss,
chance.
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I'm saying. Wesley
Yeah.
Fofana, miss 80 million for him. You know, is that the most? That might be the most. Apart from Gvardia, that might be the second highest ever.
Bro, he
most
was the
expensive defender
most
of all time.
expensive defender, I think.
Yeah,
I'm pretty,
yeah, that's the
I'm-
thing. He isn't a
Yeah,
he isn't a bad player, but he just bad injuries and that. Like,
Oh,
so
he's
you
our
knew
best
his
defender.
record before. You knew his record before signing him as well. So like, you kind of know what you're getting yourself
he done his
into with that
ACL.
signing.
No, he done his ACL
Yeah,
before he signed for us.
Twice.
Nah, I think
Yeah.
he broke his leg. Well, did he break his leg in as well? He
It-
broke
it's
his
something
leg.
like
broke-
he had some
Yeah,
mad
broke his
injury,
leg in the Villarreal friendly for Leicester.
Yeah. That was so
Yeah.
that was so sad. Because remember,
And we
the
just
way
had a
his career was
discussion, but-
building up at the time was sick for like a Leicester.
Yeah.
If you remember? innit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was rated higher than Saliba. They was at the same club, innit?
Yeah.
He's still your best centre back, to be honest.
Yes,
Still your best
and
centre
you
back.
know what it is? Him and Lavia, when they are part of our team, we play completely differently, bro. We can even do. You know how Spurs have Van der Ven and they know he can recover. We have a
Yeah.
similar thing with that and Fofana. And then when he's not
But-
there, it's we have to kind of adjust the way we play because we can't let Tosin run back because he remember how Vermaelen was it Vermaelen? Who's the old guy that used to play centre back for
Mertesacker.
Arsenal? The slow one.
Mertesacker. Yeah,
he was
Mertesacker.
Mertesacker, bro. You know them ones on FIFA, like 30 pace.
Yeah, 29 pace and that. Like, Joe, it is. Look,
He's
but as
that
you said with the Van
problem,
der
mate,
Ven
he's
thing,
that-
as you said with the Van der Ven thing, though, you basically just put out there you're just as more like too reliant on Fofana as they are on Van der Ven. Like, you're too reliant on them.
Yeah.
So-
But anyway, let's move on.
Yeah, but we
Enzo,
can take more
we
risks
just had that-
with
we
the
just had
with
that-
the
we just
Fofana.
had that convo about Enzo. Hit or miss? Would you say, both of you?
I can't say
Uh,
hit. So I'm gonna put him in
miss.
the middle.
I'd go
Yes,
miss
'cause
because
for-
he cost 120 million. You wouldn't get half of that now.
For the even without the press, for the expectation of him and of his profile coming in, he hasn't really provided. I know, like, Pochettino like fucked him up a
Yeah.
bit, but like at the same time, even this season under a proper manager, I've seen Caicedo perform really well. Like, you can see the quality. There's not really much of an excuse for Enzo if someone like
Mhm.
Caicedo is coming in and performing that well.
Yeah.
So in their first summer
Hear it.
window, all the players they signed, only one was a hit, and that's a late hit, by the way, in Kukurea. So they had a disastrous first summer window. Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that was both actually. That was summer and January. My bad. That was summer and
Yeah.
January.
Yeah.
Right. Cool. So out of all those signings, they must have done about 300 million, and only one was a hit, and that was a left back. Right now, a second summer. Right. We'll start from. Well, I don't know who that guy is. Again, I don't know who this guy is. Should we just go from Petrovic? Yeah. 16 million on the goalkeeper. Hit or miss?
Where the fuck is it? Petrovic.
Do you know what? Yeah.
From MLS.
Can
I think Petrovic has been a hit still, and the only reason I would say that is he was left on the bench last season, came on when Sanchez got injured, kept that position, looks way better than him, and now he got some mad rating now in France in terms of what he's doing over there, and it looks like he might potentially come back and be our main goalkeeper next season.
What,
So
is he on
can I-
loan right now? Is he on loan right now?
Is that
he's
Strasbourg?
bro.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I was about to say the reason why I wouldn't put him as a hit is because I thought he was on bench for fucking Sanchez, and I was like, that alone should be a hit, a miss. But
No, I hear it. Nah, we would have been fuming, bro. Now he's over there with Santos playing, and bro, he's literally. I watched a couple of games, bro, and you know what he reminds me of? Do you remember for Bruggen,
Yeah.
what is his name, the Brighton goalie? Do you
Yeah.
see how calm he is on the ball when they get the ball, and he literally waits for you to literally get so close, and then he
Yeah.
finally stops the press, or whatever, yeah. That's how he's playing, bro. He's gotten a bit more confidence over there.
Can I just say? Can I just say on the Petrovic thing though? Like what you said about he would have been a miss if he was on the bench for Sanchez. It's even worse. They've got Sanchez and they loaned him out. They loaned him out to Strasbourg and they bought Sanchez. What's the logic?
Guys, Sells, the goalkeeper at Nottingham Forest, was at
He was
Strasbourg.
with you.
He sold him from there to the Nottingham Forest. We could have just sold him to Chelsea, bro.
yeah, well, anyway, that's great for our next one. Is we know the answer to this one. Roberto Sanchez.
Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
Now, if there was a word to say this, he would cancel YouTube, bro. So let's go to the next.
Yeah.
You know them ones.
I have no idea how you say this next guy's name, but his name. I'm just gonna call him Leslie. You bought him from
Leslie
Rennes.
Oh, Ogachukwu.
He's on loan at Southampton right now.
Good player, but they don't know how to fucking set like squad plan, bro. So it's a miss in terms of the fact the way you're treating him.
Oh, is Roberto Sanchez English?
No, he's Spanish.
No, but he says here he's Spanish and English.
I thought he was
God.
Colombian.
That-
I thought he was
that would-
Colombian.
That would explain so much.
Do you know what that explains so much? Because you know he played for Forest Green or some shit, brother, like non-league
Yeah.
football.
Yeah.
I'm like, I think that's a team in Lewisham, though. Like the fuck.
Yeah, they do like vegan stuff and that, bro. Like
Bro,
that explains so much.
This
You
one,
know
this
what,
one, I
man?
do think's a hit. By the way, I'm gonna you go on, yes, sir, and then we'll go and move on.
Yeah, well, quickly, let me say this here. I've seen him. You know how you can see players leave the training ground and they leave in their cars? I've seen Roberto Sanchez leave in an A class. How does a goalkeeper fit in an A class, bro? You know, bro, he was in A35 or A45 AMG, bro. Those cars are small. Even I have to put the seat down. I'm like 5'10" or 11, bro. If he's that goalkeeper
Right,
of that size,
Nicholas Jackson, hit or miss?
yeah, he's a hit.
Hit.
He's
I
a
agree.
he's a good player.
Hit. Decent player, and I'm not saying he's not the best, the very best of what you want a better striker than him, but I feel like there's things he definitely can offer. Do you know what I'm
The
saying?
only
He's a
thing
decent
missing
player,
with
squad
him is
player.
the finishing. For me, the only thing
his
that
link-up play is not bad.
For him is the finishing, bro. Like, if his all-round play is so good, it's just his finishing.
He makes everyone around him better. He makes Palmer better.
Yes, but that's because of his movement, but also, bro, you know what it is? You know what it feels like with Jackson? It's literally just a tiger with no teeth in it. He's missing one
Axel
thing.
Disaster, hit or miss?
Miss, bro.
Come on, bro, miss, fam. So he got the Lewis trim as well.
45 million euros they spent on Axel Disaster,
Oh,
look how much you spent. 2 million more on the next one.
Yeah. Cole Palmer. Well, that's obvious.
That's a hit, but yeah.
That's a fat hit. Do you know what I'm saying? That's the first fat hit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like that's the first guy. That's the guy you build a team around.
That's a hit before Lowski, bro.
Yeah, you tripled his value, basically. You could sell him for 150.
Yeah. And then
Nkuku, you already said
the other mistakes we made.
Nkuku, you already said Nkuku's
miss. Any day.
Bundesliga attacks or
definitely Bundesliga attack. We got to start looking at Bundesliga attackers, with the amount of space when they run it behind them. Like
them with a pinch of salt.
Timo Werner, bro, and then Nkunku.
This one's interesting. This next one, because as a player, I think he's a good player.
Yeah.
However, he can't stay fit. So what's the point, Lavia?
Well, let me say this. Yeah, with Lavia, you see how with Reece James, you know how you never really hear Chelsea fans complain about Reece James, and the only reason we don't is because when he plays, it almost feels like he didn't have an injury, if that even makes sense. He comes back and almost he's on that level. It's similar with Lavia. He rarely has stinkers, and when you see the levels he's at, is good. It's just availability, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? So far, I would have to say, I don't know. I think it's too hard to say miss, but let me put this one in the middle as well, bro.
I'm saying miss because you can't rely on him.
You can't. It's not even then. Like
that.
we had with Pogba. Yeah, Pogba would miss 2 months of the season, guaranteed with injury. This guy, he'll play 2 games and then he'll miss 3 months. Too fun. Do you know what I'm saying? Eventually, that will catch up with him as well, because eventually your body will break down.
This is what happens when you have one training session with Poch, even though you were never. That's what happened. Since then, he's never.
What does this guy say though? Hit or miss? I think
hit, definitely the guaranteed hit.
I think
probably
he's
the
worth
best one
as well. I think he's
the best one in my opinion.
Yeah, potentially the best. Well, I wouldn't say he's better than Palmer, but potentially the best defensive midfielder in the league.
He's been more consistent than Palmer, in my opinion. Like even when under Pochettino, he's one of the few players that actually performed quite well, and he's lived up to his price tag for like a year and a half, whereas Palmer's taken a dip.
So out of that, we've gone Petrovic hit, Jackson hit, Cole Palmer hit, Caicedo hit. So 4 hits so far. So we're on 6 hits now out of their first 3 or 4 windows, should I say? And they've done about 800 million so far.
Yeah.
Then the next one, you know what's crazy, because they've made signings ahead of so obviously Quenda's coming in 26, 27 or whatever. So it says on transfer, I can actually look at their signings from those seasons because they've already signed players ahead of time. Do you know what I'm saying? That's how crazy it is. Right, this one's even embarrassing though. We'll start from Mark Gahey.
Oh, what the fuck? Yeah, what's the point?
No. We start at the bottom. Start at Tosin.
Sancho.
Tosin's free. No, wait. Tosin's free. You can't just fly over him, blood. We got him in the
I
summer.
was going to do him at Sancho.
For me, I would say he's a hit because he's free. But
I'd say
basically we can
not.
still move him on. But if you say, like, if you're talking about him being like, what has he given us in terms of extra stuff? Not really anything. But I'll just say hit just because he was free and there's nothing. I know we could flip him this summer if we needed to. Do you get what I'm saying?
I'd say miss personally, just because of the way Dom was gassing him up in the summer. So that's why I'm putting him in the miss.
This is a personal thing.
They're saying, "Oh, you got Euro and we got tossing. The Euro is better than him, bro." Do you know what I'm saying?
I drew it is. I don't want to do the whole like self defense and put him in the middle thing. But I feel like it's more of a miss than a hit. Because it's like, what's the point? You only signed him because of opportunity, not rather than his quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they thought he's going to bring a bit of leadership.
Ariel. Yeah,
I don't think he's a bad player, but he's not Chelsea level. Like, why the fuck did Chelsea sign him?
But basically, you replace Thiago Silva with Tosin.
Yeah.
Like when you put it that way, now it's a flop in it.
Yeah, but it was like yeah. I hear it.
Yeah, Sancho though. What are we saying? Flop or? To be fair, I feel like he was a hit at the start. I feel like he's had
the whole team went down for me. I think the whole team's gone downhill. Innit?
How much have you paid for
him
overall? How much have you paid for him overall? Because he's only been $100,000 a week or something like that. No,
we've only been paying his wages. I don't think there was a fee. Yeah, there's no fee.
I don't think it's.
How long have you? How much of his wages? I don't think. I'd say he's a hit, to be honest with you.
That's what I was gonna say. So far, I know that he hasn't been good from January onwards. But if you're talking about in general, he's been our best winger in my opinion. There hasn't been anyone that has done anything, especially on the wing, on his level. Obviously, Mudrik's on the east. He's on the east in the mountains. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? No one else is really on the left. Tyreek George.
I don't
Tyreek George, bro.
Just asking, are we saying Tosin's a hit or a miss?
Who?
Tosin. Are you saying Tosin's a hit or a miss? Because I'm saying miss.
I said miss.
Yeah.
I said hit.
I said miss.
Miss. Mark Gahey. I don't say his name, from Barca, €6 million.
Bro, that has to be in the middle, bro. Because
even though he's
the top scorer at the UCL for me, I want to say UCL Conference League. It's just, before anyone thinks I'm saying Champions League or some stupidness, but he hasn't been given enough chances for me in the Premier League, innit? Even when Jackson wasn't performing, and when he did, he got injured, innit? So even when I'm
saying miss because what's the point? No, you're not gonna have a plan for him beyond this, so there's no point in signing him.
Yeah, exactly, right. Renato Vega. Hit or miss?
Miss because you loaned him out straight away when you needed someone as a backup. Not because of him as a player, but because why the fuck
even as a player? Even as a player, again, I'm putting as a miss because Don was gassing him up. He had one decent game for Juventus.
Don's not here, bro. You know
he had one decent game for Juventus, and then everyone was gassing him up. Oh, how can Chelsea get rid of this guy? And then the next game, because he had forced Atalanta, like he's just, you know what I mean? I think he got sent off. Actually, I could be wrong in that game.
You don't look his age either, so fuck it, miss.
Yeah,
and we're getting blamed for other people's mistakes, blood.
I'm going miss. I don't care.
Someone else robs you, but because he lives in the same area as me, I'm getting jumped. You know that?
Exactly. What are you saying? Are we saying he's a miss or a hit?
Miss, because they loaned him out 6 months in. What's the point of signing him?
Yeah, it's a miss. I think it's a miss. He was good when he was playing, but we shouldn't have got rid of him. We ain't got no backup.
I've never seen him play football. I'm gonna go Jorgensen. I know Dom was gassing him up as well.
Bro, no one cares about Dom, bro.
No, I have to, bro. I have to hold him to the standard. I don't get it. It's annoying.
Why did I have to hold him to the standard?
Philip Jorgensen. To be fair,
they bench him for Sanchez.
He may be David De Gea in net. Yeah, I still don't. He doesn't get ahead of Renato Sanchez or Roberto Sanchez, I say. So I'm not starting him. I'm not starting him. Sorry. So I'm not putting him as a hit because he doesn't start ahead of him.
Yeah, but what do you mean he doesn't start ahead of him? That's the manager's.
If you can't get, well, to be fair, he did start in the.
Yeah, but then what's the point of signing him? Yes, it's not even. Sometimes not even a player. It's the signing. Like if you're going to sign him and you got Roberto Sanchez, he's making all these mistakes. Why isn't he the regular starter? There's no plan. There's no plan for when you're signing these players.
Next, please.
It's a miss, bro. It's a miss,
bro. Man, vote me for a cooking
Dewsbury Hall again. Like Dewsbury Hall,
I hear it.
Is an all right-ish player.
Yeah, but it's a miss
because he doesn't fucking play. Do you know what I'm saying? Even when Palmer was out and he put Enzo in the 10, no? you know what I'm saying? I'm putting Dewsbury Hall as a miss, bro. Are you putting Dewsbury Hall as a miss, you two?
Oh yeah, miss.
I am. Yeah, definitely miss.
You probably could still get your value back around that. Like you could probably send to some shit club for about 30 million. I imagine. Like you could probably
just send it back to Leicester, bro.
Like Leeds are getting promoted, for example. Leeds will buy for 30 million.
It's a very Leeds signing. It's a very Leeds signing, I have to say. Yeah.
And Kelly Man's a miss. And so me.
Yeah, but I can't even pronounce half these guys' names. I've never seen.
Kelly Man's the guy we got in swap when we sent them. When we sold Matson to Villa?
Yeah,
we got someone in return. That's Kelly, man.
All right.
And so we got from Boca Juniors because apparently some sick centre back, but obviously he's on loan.
Yeah, 52 million.
Penders is supposed to be the next Courtois, so we just bought him. Jurgensen. Dewsbury Hall. He's rubbish.
Yeah, all right, cool. Let's move on to Phoenix. Hit or miss? I'm saying fucking miss.
It's a miss, bro.
You got enough chances, bro. I can't say miss.
No, but it's a miss because it's not just because of the player, bro. It's because of the plan of signing him. You load him straight back out.
52 million euros.
Sorry, Mike. Miss.
52
no, but I'm just saying, bro.
52 million euros. Yeah, and you've loaned him out 6 months later to AC Milan. And you know, if you played AC Milan, you know, if he scored against you, he'd celebrate. You know, despite you being his parent club, he'd still celebrate. That's the type of guy he is. That's the type of guy he is. Bro, when he was on loan at Barca, he went and scored against Atletico, innit? And he done this to their fans.
Yeah, but
I swear down.
Well, you know what it is, yeah? I think with all the
he was
clubs that he went to, his relationship with the clubs has never been that good.
Yeah, but I think Chelsea.
You remember Benfica? He went to Atletico. It wasn't really his type of football. No one really saw anything from him. He went to Barca. We saw a little bit, but not enough. Do you get what I'm saying? Now we're not really seeing anything. The only place really seen him
I think he was signed by Chelsea. I think he was signed by Chelsea because they wanted to get rid of Gallagher. Because remember, you was looking at that Samu geezer or whatever his name. They say so.
Okay, but listen, for me, this would personally be a hit just because we got rid of Gallagher, fam. Because I was scared that someone else would put him in the 10.
Yeah, but because he might be right because Gallagher across the whole was giving them a platform for FFP, which they needed. Because it does it over 3 years, whatever. So you'll get 120. But as an individually as a player, João Felix, it's a fucking straight miss. And he even had a good game in the Premier League. He had a half decent game against Leicester away. That's about it.
It was I don't remember.
He played on the left, didn't he?
So I can't tell you.
He played on the left against Leicester away. He had a half decent game in that game. Other than that, he's been dog shit.
Yeah, we beat them in the game. He played 2
Pedro Neto.
Yeah.
Hit or miss?
Who?
Pedro Neto.
I don't think he's a bad player, but it hasn't worked out so far.
No, so far it's a miss in my opinion.
Yeah, so far it's a miss. I don't think he's a bad player, but it hasn't worked out.
Yeah.
I think he's a decent player.
He likes to cover ground. You know the ones he just likes to run.
Yeah, that's it.
Man.
No. You know that ones he just runs. I swear.
No tech.
It's an MC Hammer, you know.
Yeah. So what's that? Out of all the players they've signed, I think we went with. We went Sancho hits that's 7. Tosin, no, it was a miss. And that's it. So we went with 7 hits out of about over £1 billion. Now, do you want to do Ineos? Right, cool. We don't even need to look at their signings. We just go with them. Ugarte, hit or miss?
It's not enough time.
In fact, I think we should do it this way. Would Ugarte start for Chelsea? Would he play games at Chelsea?
No.
Play games. Don't want to start every game, but maybe play games.
I don't think he would. I don't think he gets ahead of Enzo or Caicedo.
The only reason I would
say no. That's what I'm saying. Like it wouldn't start.
He's basically a Gallagher. I think he's basically he's very good.
I think he's better though. I think he's better than Gallagher. He's better defensive than Gallagher. Like
he could, yeah. But it's basically for me, he's a similar that type of player. I don't think he has more than that, and I think maybe sometimes he affects your build-up play as well.
Yeah,
I don't really rate him.
Mazraoui starts for Chelsea now.
Hit
100%.
Yeah, I say hit.
Away starts for Chelsea. He's better than all their right backs, apart from Reece James when Reece James is fit.
Yes.
And you can also put Mazraoui at left back as well. You can play him at centre back. You can play this guy anywhere.
You can play midfield.
Yeah, exactly. He played in the 10 on the 10. He played in 10 against Fenerbahce away. He played in the 10. So
I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I saw that lineup. I thought he was on crack. You know.
Yeah, I know.
I was like, what? If it works,
crazy. Who else? Who else have we signed?
Euro,
I don't think not yet.
I haven't seen enough of him to say hit. You can't say hit
So
yet.
you wouldn't take
He's
Euro
been out
over
for most of this.
Badashile or Dizarce? I know Dizarce's now on loan, but you wouldn't take Euro over Badashile.
He's better than the
The
French
only-
too.
I think he might be better than him. I think
he's better than all of them. I think he's better than Colwell as well.
Yeah,
It's
I
not
don't
enough
know.
time for me, but I think he's played better than him this season. But yeah,
I think he's got more ability. I think he's got more ability than all of them.
yeah, I'd
And
say
he's only
apart from
19.
Fana.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
The reason
yeah.
you see what it is with Buddy Shoe, obviously he's a people laugh at him, clown or whatever. I hear it. You know what I'm saying? He does do bozo stuff, yeah. But if you remember Chelsea under Potter, yeah, we saw
He's
it
really good.
calm Buddy Shoe. If any of you remember, he was not the
Yeah.
guy that we're cooking now, innit? That if it's that Buddy Shoe that I'm looking at, then I don't know, innit? But if it's this one, listen, there's probably no one can be, everyone can play in that position ahead of him, innit? Him and Desasi. I can't wait for them to sell them, innit?
Who else? Xerxes, does he start for you guys? I don't think he does. I think Jackson's better, to be honest with you. But would you say Xerxes?
Yeah. But I rate Xerxes as well, so he's definitely a hit. I've been saying he's a hit before he was a hit.
Yeah, I'm not even doing it on hit or miss for this one because it's like they've not had much time anyways together. And like they've not had the best platform.
But you're doing
no, because a lot of your players are signed
this
last
summer.
year.
You're asking me hit or miss from this summer, but your players ain't got enough time. Is that what you're saying?
Well, Xerxes didn't play at the start of the season.
Huh?
Xerxes didn't play at the start of the season.
He played from day one under Ten Hag.
Okay, cool. But you
Fulham,
can do hit or miss, but I'm doing it if they were getting to your team because we haven't signed 30 players. You know what I'm saying? So we can't really compare them.
I hear the hit and miss. I hear the hit and miss until this season summer, innit? Because remember the season ain't even ended yet.
Yeah, good point. That's why we was a bit.
I hear it. No, but you're good though.
Yeah.
Like so far, some of the players that you mentioned, they have been. Then
it starts for you too. For you, 100%. Agree, Max? Then it starts for you.
Yeah, I agree.
100%. I saw Don say he can't do it in a high line. I'm like, bro, you know, at Stamford Bridge. No, Mateus Delict.
Oh, Delict, yeah, bro, 100%, bro.
Mateus Delict can't do it in a high line, is what he said. But I said, bro, Stamford Bridge is a small pitch anyway, so you can get across that easily. Do you know what I'm saying? It's such a small pitch, you can get across.
Small pitch anyway. I ain't got racks on my pitch, bro. You know them ones.
Listen, at least I can extend and move out of my stadium. Do you know what I'm saying? You're still trapped there, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's difficult circumstances. You know them ones, like, not neglect. It's not neglect like your stadium, man. I've seen. But yours is like the jungle. You got waterfalls. You got different kind of animals. Salmonella in the kitchen, blood. Like it's mad.
I hear it. Who else did we sign? Heaven. I think I'm not gonna lie. I've seen enough from Heaven to know he's better than Dizarce and Badashile. I don't care what people tell me. I've seen enough from him already. He's fucking sick.
He might be better than Colwell, you know.
Oh, he's fucking sick. Honestly, we spent $1 million on this guy. I swear down, he's so sick.
Man just brought me into prime, man. You know, I was getting.
No, honestly, yes, I'm joking. Like, I don't get gassed by young players until I see enough. I've watched this guy for about 3 games, and I've gone, this guy's a joke. Like, he's £1 million. He's a joke.
Yeah, he's a defender that actually wants to defend.
He's selling for 30 million straight away.
Yeah, he's a similar. Bro, Arsenal's just dumb, innit? Arsenal fans. Arsenal, the club's just dumb, bro. They just get rid of any. They got rid of Mario Hutchinson to us for free, and then we just send him on loan for 1 season to
and then you sold him for 30 million.
And then we sold him for 30 million or whatever it was.
Yeah, right.
These man don't know what they got at home. I like what Turkish said. Remember what Turkish said?
Who's the last player? Oh, Dorgu.
Place for abused footballers. You know?
What? Who?
That's what it is.
Who? Dorgu's a left wing back though, so that's why I wouldn't really say he'd start for you lot because he wouldn't start left back and he's not starting left wing, is he? He's just a third wing.
I personally wouldn't say he's better than Cucurella anyway.
Yeah,
he might be good, but then even though you could say man's been playing right wing back and that, I don't think he was that good on there, but he's good when he plays left wing back, in my opinion.
I feel like I'm missing a player. Who else did we sign in the summer?
You said Agate, Mazzarri, Euro, Xerxes, Delict. Was that it? I'm pretty sure that was it.
Agate, Mazzarri, Euro, Xerxes, Agate. Yeah, you're right. No, it was the 5. Yeah. It was the 5. Yeah, right, cool. So that's no wonder. So you're saying that Agate wouldn't start, Delict would start, Euro would start, Heaven would start, Mazraoui would start, but then Xerxes and Agate wouldn't. So fairs. So, we've signed 4, and our manager's better than yours. We signed 4 players that would start for you, retrospectively, whether it's in and out of the team or whatever, they still start for you. Let me just cut this Spurs fan because he always comes in my chat starts trolling. Haha, United will be telling our grandkids you used to be a force and they won't believe us. You'll be an established mid-table club in no time. Can't even banter us. We don't spend like you do. Well, someone tell him, by the way, Spurs have spent over 2 billion in the Premier League era and never won it. And will be an established mid-table club. Last time I checked, lads, we're above them. So cheers, bro. You are the real joke club. We're only a joke. We're only a joke. We're only a joke because people care about us. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not a joke because no one gives a shit about Spurs. Like, if you went bust tomorrow, not many people would care. They'd go, "Oh, Tottenham aren't playing today. Tottenham aren't in the calendar anymore." Do you know what I'm saying? It's a lie, my friend. We are in profit. What does that even mean? So a Man City.
Celebrating profit, you know.
Yeah, Man City are in profit. Like, it doesn't change the fact that Man City
no way.
This is like Levy's cousin or some shit, bro.
Exactly. Man City are in profit.
I see got profit. Yeah.
Hey, this is just a troll, bro.
You can't even deny. Yeah, I know he's a troll. He always comes to my chat. You know, you can't even deny that. You know, what am I wrong with? What did I say that was wrong? Everything I said there was wrong.
I'll send you the link. Comment, Tractor Man, bro. You know what I mean? If you want to debate, comment, debate. You know them ones.
Big up to Phil, mate. Yeah, I'm saying you
can't. The whole internet.
No, literally, no one cares about Spurs apart from Arsenal. I don't give a fuck about Spurs. Maybe West Ham. I don't give a shit about Spurs.
You know what about? So you know what it is? You know what it is? I only care about Spurs right now because I'm playing them, and as soon as the game ends, I don't care about Spurs no more.
Bro, I swear down, you know when George is sitting there, you know, and they're doing United Spurs previews, and bro, I swear down, I've never looked in my life. You know when the fixtures come out and you look for who you're playing first. You look if you're playing Man City first at home, or you're playing them. I like to play them first at home. I like to play all the best teams first at home. I don't know why. I mean, it's kind of stupid because you want to play them away from home first, and then in the second half of the season, when it's business end, you want to play them at home. But I like look for it. I'm like, yeah, cool. I want to see if we're playing. I never look for Spurs. I never even count them as a big club. They're not big six to me. Yeah, even if you want to go there, it's big five. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't care about them. Do you know what I'm saying? The only time I ever I wanted Spurs to win the league in 18-19. I wanted them to win a Champions League when they played Liverpool. That's the only time I've ever took a notice into Spurs games. If Spurs are playing a Forest on a Sunday night, I'm not watching them. Like, I don't care. I'm not hate watching them. I don't care enough to watch you. Do you know what I'm saying? No one cares about you like that, little bro. Trust me, no one cares.
But I don't think me and to be honest, that's probably the only thing me and Max disagree with you on. Yeah, I don't think I want to see Tottenham win no league, no Champions League.
That's different. Of course.
No. I hear that. But would you not rather like Spurs win something than Liverpool in the final?
Maybe, you know what it is, I can't say that. But then again, especially that Champions League, I didn't want them, bro.
Yeah, I hear that. You want to be the only team. Yeah, only team.
You're the only one, and then obviously Max's team managed to get a trophy. I don't mind, innit? I don't mind West Ham and Max. So at least you can join us in the UCL conversations, innit? I swear. Max, be honest though, when you do conversations with Arsenal fans,
profit and loss.
They can't say
anything.
Can I just say? He's saying, look at the ins and outs. We're in a profit. Look at our profit and loss. I swear, clubs don't use net spend. They don't use net spend. They use what the club makes as a club as a whole in that year. So no club is using the fact that you sold a player for 50 million and you bought one for 40, because the 50 million gets put in your bank straight away, whereas the 41 gets split across 4 years. So you're in fact spending 10 million and then buying for 50 million. Do you know what I'm saying? Man City are probably in a plus. Who did they even buy last summer? Who was it that Man City bought? Savio.
Savio. That's it.
I imagine they made a profit. Do you know what I'm saying? You're going to say Man City don't spend money. Of course they do.
Yeah, but read the last one, though. Read the last one.
He always brings up Pogba. Something United don't know about. Selling Pogba for a free, then buying him back for 90 million and giving away for free again. Great financial control of that. So, yeah, you can take the piss out of that. However,
wait. How do you sell Pogba for free? How do you sell something that's free, mate? Don't be a mutant, lad. You know that one. Allow it, bro.
Yeah, I hear it, man. But what's it called? Let me just say that. Firstly, Pogba won 2 trophies with Man United in his first season, which is the same amount Spurs won in the entire Premier League era. Secondly, we bought Pogba for 90 million, got rid of him for free. Yeah, cool. Well, that's a bad decision. Yet Pogba would be a Spurs legend. And hold on. And also, let me just say something now. They sold Bale for 80 million, was it? Record transfer fee right at the time. Higher than Ronaldo. They bought Soldado in the next summer or the summer after. You know
emotional damage.
Exactly. Well, it was 600k. Well, you didn't say that. You said for free. Pretty much zero in football terms.
Oh.
Pogba won more. Pogba won more than Kane in England. Facts, bro. Pogba's miles better than Harry Kane, anyways. How good was that Sessegnon goal the other week against the club that didn't know to get to play? Yeah, bro, exactly. So you know what it is? If you don't notice this, there's something about like players that used to play for your club or play it for a club. They always come back and score against their club they used to play. Bro, Trossard did it against Brighton. Welbeck scored about 7 times against Man United when he's played for Arsenal and Brighton.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's something about it, bro.
Yeah.
I think Maguire scored it. Maguire scored against Leicester a few weeks ago. Like, it's just something about it, bro. It always happens.
You know, it's funny though. Yeah, if you watched AFTV, especially when it first, remember when it was lit. Every time they played the team, and you watch the game and you realize the opposition had a player that used to play for Arsenal. Just put your money on him scoring, bro. And then when you watch the thing later, when you watch the things later, you start realizing he had to score against us. It had to be him. You know,
this explanation is making me sleepy. Well, let me start an explanation, bro. Like Pogba has done more in the Premier, has done the same amount in the Premier League era as any single Spurs player. In fact, does any Spurs player won 2 trophies with him? I don't think they have. Harry Kane is a player. They ride out for Harry Kane. They ride Harry Kane's D all the fucking time. They're sitting there putting him in debates with Rooney, the best English player of all time, the best English striker, the best Premier League striker, putting him in debates with Henry and all this stuff. And I'm like, bro, do you know what I'm saying? He's never won a trophy in the Premier League era. Do you know what I'm saying? He's never won a trophy in his career, in fact. He went to Bayern and didn't win fuck all. Oh, he's going to win the league this year. Whoopie-doo. He still failed in his first year, didn't he? And winning 1 league title at Bayern does not actually hold any weight that much. It holds weight, but don't hold that much weight. Do you know what I'm saying? Yes, Spurs is a feeder club. Berbatov, Carrick, Bale, Modric, Walker. Carry on.
Pete right now, you know what I'm saying? Pete right now is just Sonic's blood when he falls over.
Even the Beatles haircut kid won a trophy off the Spurs. Gil.
Yeah, Brian Gill, you know.
They were hyping him up, I swear. They were hyping up Brian Gill.
Yeah, but even like, you know that Nkudu brother? He even will have to win a trophy, bro.
Yeah, exactly, he did. He was played on the wings. Like, was it Sporting or something? Was it?
Fuck knows.
They are literally like a platform to go to other clubs. Like, that's literally what they do. They use the platform. The last
is mad, though. Our grandkids.
I'm gonna go answer that. That's I know he's trolling. Berbatov. We signed Berbatov. Do you know what I'm saying? We signed Berbatov off them. We stole Carrick off them. Like, these are their 2 best players at the time, by the way. They leave us and they won fucking trebles. They win.
That last chat's crazy, though, bro. Man said our grandkids with Spurs more of a successful club than
what?
Based off of what, though? Like, we have the right foundations. You had a leaky stadium with old tech owners who you
won the league in 2012, innit? So what's he talking about, blood? That's like Arsenal fans looking at
bro, won a trophy last year, bro. We can still win a trophy this year,
bro. You won the FA Cup. And it's mad.
I agree with them though on the last one in terms of they are kind of the perfect club to buy as if you're a billionaire, you know. Yeah, but not invincible. Like,
but they ain't gonna get. No, I think he means like as in like they'll be unstoppable basically. That's what
No. But you know why I agree with that? I agree just for the first bit, not the invincible bit. I forget. The only reason I agree is because I think
I agree with that as well.
The club is ran well. It's just they just. When it's the foundation and everything's set in it, like it's not like United where he has to sort the training ground, this and that. Everything's there, the stadium's there. They're gonna pay for that. It's 100%. Just building the squad, isn't it? That's what they have to kind of think
100%. But the thing that's stopping it is that Levy wants about 7 billion for Spurs because he knows that they're going to keep inflating and he knows they're going to keep giving him money and he knows he's going to be able to keep hosting fucking events and Anthony Joshua boxing fights.
Yeah.
100%. So he's not selling it for 7 billion, and the Qatar owners didn't want to buy us for about 8 billion. So how many people on this planet Earth have 7 billion to spend on a football club?
Yeah, it's not many.
Not many. Not many. So, and if they are, they ain't picking Spurs, are they? Let's have it right. So,
the only reason they would pick Spurs is because it's in London, isn't it?
That's the only reason.
It's in a shithole, though. It's not exactly in a nice area. Like Tottenham isn't a nice area. I've just been part.
Yeah, but they might do the whole Manchester regeneration.
I'm saying,
you know them ones where they might build the whole area around it, kind of thing.
Have you seen the way the Tottenham Stadium's advertised, bro?
You can spray perfume over shit, sir. It's still gonna stink as shit, bro. It's still gonna look like shit. Do you know what I'm saying? You can't get rid of that. If you go around fucking Park Lane, trust me, it's still a shithole, bro. The people there are still dickheads.
Bro, I was there, a couple of weeks ago, and the way their stadium's advertised, it's advertised like a neutral venue. So like
Yeah.
the Spurs badge is like next to like the Formula One or whatever the go-kart and shit is, and the concert thing. It's like right next to each other as logos. It's not even like Spurs Stadium. It's like Spurs play there sometimes. Like it's just like an event stadium. It's like the Olympics. It's like our stadium. It's like the Olympic stadium.
That's why it's called the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know
Not
what
White
it
Hart Lane or something like that.
Yeah, it should be called Seven Sisters Stadium, bro. That's it, bro.
You know what it reminds me of? Like a retail park, isn't it? It's basically it's like West. It's basically Westfield or something. And then they'll let you know what
Wembley,
you know the logos are there just to
Any of you
tell
ever
you.
been to Wembley?
Basically, we
Any
have
of you ever been to
Poundland,
Wembley?
Lidl, and that.
Yeah.
Zara's. Yeah, what are you saying?
Have any of you ever been to Wembley?
Yeah.
And outside Wembley, there's a shopping centre and that, isn't it? You walk down the road a bit, there's like a shopping centre and there's like Frankie and Benny's, Nando's, that stuff. Yeah, that's literally what I imagine. That's what they're going to do with us, anyways. They're going to do that, but obviously next to us, like 10 minutes up the road from our stadium, anyways, is Old Trafford and the Trafford Centre.
Sexy toilet, you know. Sexy toilet, you know.
So the reason why they bought Newcastle over Spurs, by the way, was because Newcastle was 300 million. That's why people sitting there going, "Oh, why didn't they buy Man United?" The Saudis, brother, because Newcastle was an easy transaction. Yeah,
but it's also heritage.
350 million. They said we'll pay that. Man.
But Newcastle's also heritage, isn't it? So it's one of those sleeping giants. It's all about one city, and they're not just looking at the amount. Probably has a lot to do, but they also looked at everything else, and it's not a bad club to buy. Like if you look at it now, you can see that they can go far, bro.
Yeah, also, Mike Ashley ain't demanding $1 billion, bro. You think that man's demanding anything? That man is not in there. Like he can't demand shit, bro.
He literally said 350 million, like 350 million, and pay up, and I'll sell. And he did straight away, bro. That's fucking. That's like you losing. Have you seen? Like, I remember there was like a thing of it. You know, like their stock things or their money.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, when they bought Newcastle, it was like obviously they're like billionaires. So when they bought 350 million, it just went like that. It went like that. It went like that. Like a little bit like that. It's like losing a tenner down the back of your fucking city or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? And it went straight back up. Do you know what I'm saying? Ridiculous.
Mike actually folded after his first baddie, bro. That's how he dealt with selling the club legitimately.
Exactly. It's about foundations. You have none. We do have foundations, though. We have foundations. What you're telling me, bringing in 600 million a year in revenue is not foundations. You're telling me being the most supported club on the planet is not foundations. You're telling me having the history and heritage that we have is not foundations. What are you talking about? We do have foundations. Do you know what I'm saying? We're just in debt. That's the problem. Like that's the only thing stopping us from being able to straight away get back to where we were.
It's about the money. You know the money.
It's about the money. Exactly. If we could spend all our revenue on players, we'd be back within 2 seasons. It's a problem. We have to take an extra 2 or 3 seasons because we've got to sell players, and we've got to sell them well. But it's hard to sell them well when the teams know you're desperate for money. United are like that guy who can't afford designer clothes. Well, that's a lie because we can. You literally said we bought Pogba for 90 million. That is literally A-class design, mate. Do you know what I'm saying? That's Burberry. That's a Burberry 3000 coat right there. Do you know what I'm saying? So buys the cheap knockoffs. Well, we don't buy the cheap knockoffs. Do you know what I'm saying? We bought your best players, as I said, Carrick and Berbatov, bruv. 2 of your best players of the Premier League era. Both played for us. Both left to join us. Do you know what I'm saying? Abroad, posing it as the real thing. Your club has no money, but it makes you think it does. Well, it does have money. 600 million in revenue. Do you know what I'm saying? Top 3 revenue in England. Probably top 5 in the world. I want to see F1 arcade, you know, seems fun. But they got the world's longest bar. They got some cheese thing as well. Spurs Stadium, it's like a toilet seat. It's a sexy toilet. Can't be hating on our stadium. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, it's a masterpiece. And then you look 5 minutes down the road. It's like the slums in Brazil. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have half of it looking great. And then you look on the other half and it's the favelas, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we have more class facts. What do you mean you have more class? You can keep
more class A drugs, bruv.
Yeah, exactly, bruv. Harry crack cocaine, do you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like class A drugs, yeah, cool, mate. Yeah, you keep your class, mate. I'll keep my trophies. It's a Dortmund wannabe rip-off. Your yellow wall generates no noise. It's full of tourists from Korea. I just want to see Son. Facts, bro. That's most of their revenue, by the way. That's why they bought. They've. I told you, bruv. Daniel Levy and these owners, they're on Epstein's Island. They've human trafficked this new Korean player. Go, I don't know what his name is. Go type it up. He plays for Spurs.
That QPR, innit?
When Son leaves, he's going to be forced into the team just because he's Korean and he's tapping into the Korean market again. Do you know what I'm saying? You even had to sign another Korean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, sign another Korean to get the converter bet of tourists. What's happening, bro? This Spurs fan trying to troll, man. We've basically done the topic of the show. We're just going to wrap up in about 10, 15 minutes or whatever. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Mike's has got to go soon. As you know, Mike's, you've got to go at 10, no?
Yeah, I've got to go at 10.
Oh, all right, cool. We can go for another 10, 15 minutes. Yeah, so do you have to go anytime soon, bro?
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Oh, nice. My kids already think United are shit. Yeah, we are shit, but we're still better than you. They do not believe that you used to be good. Sad times, history is slowly fading away. Well, history can't fade away. History is, you know, when we're dead and buried, eaten by maggots, the trophies will still be there. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas your personal feelings wouldn't be. Do you know what I'm saying? We will still be Yeah, I'm saying like you've seen your team win the Conference League. That will be there forever.
Yep.
Do you know what I'm saying? When you're dead in 100 years' time, it doesn't matter. If someone sits there and goes, West Ham have won nothing, they can't do that because West Ham have won something. Do you know what I'm saying? So history don't fade away, mate. We've still won the most Premier League titles. More empty seats than the emptied Spurs ground now. They're struggling. Exactly, bro. The grandkids haven't got a chance of seeing United as a big team. You're talking waffle now. What have I said? That's waffle. I said nothing but facts, straight facts. I only spit straight facts. Do you know what I'm saying? The grandkid. What does that mean? The grandkids haven't got a chance of seeing United as a big team. What do you mean? We already are a big team. We win more than you. You know what I mean? In my Banner era, I've won 2 League Cups, 2 FA Cups, and a Europa League. That would be Spurs. That would be if Spurs done that in the past 50 years, they'd be flexing it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, come
Definitely,
on,
yeah.
They're clutching at history how the mighty have fallen. Well, you just said
history. You'll be here arguing
away.
all day with this guy, though. You'll be here.
You just said history fades away. Now you're saying clutching at history. You're sounding like us now when all we have is got abused for it. What am I talking about? What am I sounding like? Spurs have got no real history, that much history. They've got 2 league titles to sit there and flex about. We've got the most Premier League titles. Do you know what I'm saying? We've won things recent years. We've won Europa Leagues. We won a league title, 12 years ago? Do you know what I'm saying? What are we doing here?
You'll be here all day arguing with this guy, though. He's just going to keep feeding into nonsense, bro.
The title in 1961, whoopie-doo. We won a Champions League in 1968. Do you know what I'm saying? 10 years after our plane crash and lost the whole team. That's called history, brother. Do you know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, isn't fading away because people still talk about the fact that we lost our team, an entire team, coaches, manager crash, plane crash, disaster. 10 years later, won numerous league titles and won a Champions League, and 3 of our players from our academy won 3 Ballon d'Ors. Hold that. There you go. Anything else? Anything else you want to talk about, Mike? So what's going on with West Ham, or is it just dead?
Yeah, dead as always, bro. Nothing's happened in the international break. It's just nothing. Fuck all, bro. Just some of them might be out for the season. That's it.
So some of them are out for the season.
Basically, he was going to come back like a month and a half ago. Then suffered a setback in training, and then now one of the sources is apparently saying he's out for the rest of the season. Always happens at West Ham. Someone becomes majorly injury prone, bro.
Some of it was a good player as well. I actually think he's better than Garnacho. Well, that's not hard, but Duncan Edwards would have been the best player ever. That's what everyone that was watched him play said. He was like Bobby Charlton. Obviously, he's dead now, but he died I think just over a year ago, whatever. Like in 2023, I think he died in October or something like that. He said he would tell you the best player he ever saw was Duncan Edwards. Best player ever saw. Best player ever saw. Yeah. Duncan Edwards was. I listen. I've never seen any clips of him. I've never seen the Busby players play. However, if you back in the there's like a clip going around. Yeah, of like United fans being interviewed outside Old Trafford in the 60s. Yeah, it was 1968, the year we won the Champions League after the plane crash. And they're all sitting there going, the Busby Babes would have dominated Europe. Duncan Edwards was the best player in the world. These lot are like 15, 20, yeah. So they're all watching these players. They watch these players play, and they're saying how good they were, and they were better than the current team. And the current team ended up winning the Champions League and league titles. The current team won like 2 or 3 league titles in 3 or 4 years. Do you know what I'm saying? And the European Cup and stuff like that. But he said, like obviously that the plane crash happened, and we didn't end up dominating Europe that we could have done. But then again, we have a story now. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is the greatest story in English football. There's other club that done that. Do you know what I'm saying? People sit there and go, Man City, but Man City's one goes back to, all right, cool. They were what? I think they scored in the last minute or something like that, didn't they? They were losing the final, the playoff final they played in. They were losing it, and they ended up scoring in the last minute or some shit like that. And they're like, I went from Rotherham to Lyon away and Rotherham to the Bernabeu and things like this. Yeah, that's a cool story. But really and truly, the only reason they ever got that story is because of the fucking Olympics being in Manchester, or when it was the Commonwealth Games, or wherever it was, and they built a stadium and they just put Man City in the stadium afterwards because they were like, well, we need someone to host this stadium. So Man City, do you want it? And they took it. And then obviously Sheikh Mansour bought them to put them in because they were in that stadium. It's fucking hilarious. That's literally their entire thing. Do you know what I'm saying? My nan's better than Garnacho. She's been dead for years. Transgender 17. He looks like he's in phase 4 of transition. He's probably he still looks like he's still in phases. You know what I'm saying? He's still developing. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But big up to the normal fellas on the short one.
Brilliant.
Is he talking
brilliant?
About?
He's talking about me. He's talking about me.
Gosh.
Big up. Big up, Charlie.
Big up, man. Big up, man. Big up to everyone locked in, mate. If you subscribe to everyone, we're 7 people watching right now. Do hit the like button up as well. Try and get to 10 likes. But yeah, anything else you want to talk about, lads?
It's all from me, bro. It's international break, bro. Just end the stream day.
Dead, man.
End the break day, bro. It's like end the fucking break.
Dead in it, bro. Can't lie. Hands up if your team's still in the FA Cup. Can any of us put our hands up? Don't think we can, mate. But hands up if you've won the FA Cup and you've seen your team win it.
Yeah, I've seen my team win the FA Cup.
There you go. There you go. Phil can't put his hand up now. All of a sudden, his hand's down, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? The teacher told him to put his hand down. But hands up if you're in the FA Cup, guys. Do you know what I'm saying? I swear you beat. He's a Palace fan. If he was an Arsenal fan, he'd have his hand up because he's seen his team win it most likely. He's a Palace fan.
Crystal Palace. Let me
They got to the semi-final a few years ago, lost to Chelsea, and they got to the final a few years before that, and they lost to us.
Yeah.
You sound like the average United fan from East London. I'm not from East London. I'm from South East London. But yeah, I don't even like City's current stadium. It's a shithole. I prefer Main Road. I never saw Main Road once. I was never alive when they played at Main Road. I was just saying, like, I don't knock City's success, yeah, because the success is success, isn't it? And what they've done 4 in a row and stuff like that. But I'm just saying, like, United's story is the best story. Like, your players died. Your club nearly went bust. It should have gone bust. That's why, you know, I mean, people that sit there and take the piss out of us for the Glazers and all that, it's fucking hilarious because then they're all crying. Like all the Tin Pot clubs right now, I've got all the Tin Pot club fans rattled on Twitter because I said Reading are going out of business, right? So I said, cool. Well, the quicker you lot realise that the Sky Sports and all these big teams and that, they don't give a shit about you, mate. Yeah, they don't care. The EFL don't care about you. You've had 100 years of existence, Reading. They've not won one major honour. Yeah, you expect them to care about you. You expect them to take you seriously. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, if you go bust, you go bust. No one cares. No one would care if Man United went bust. No one would actually care. Like, no one would give a fuck. So why am I going to show
we don't have to move on regardless of what happens in life in general.
You know so. Bro, how many of the fans last season were singing Glazers, stay in 10 more? No one gives a fuck.
Yeah,
But they want me to care about Reading. Why the fuck do I care about Reading? Who gives a fuck? No one cares about Reading apart from Reading. In fact, if you go to Reading, I guarantee majority of people in Reading don't support Reading. They don't give a fuck about them. So why the fuck am I going to care? Do you know what I'm saying? Why do I care? What am I supposed to do? Oh, yeah, no, Reading. Oh, that's so sad. Bro, they don't care about you. If you were a good club, the Premier League would save you. They would give you enough money to fucking be saved. They don't care about you because you're a shit club. You're a Tin Pot club. You're a nuisance. You're literally a bit of food that the big clubs eat. Do you know what I'm saying? I swear, did Reading beat Arsenal 4-0 or some shit? That's the only time I ever known Reading. Yeah, that's the only time I know Reading.
I can't lie though. So, Touchline's doing the Xerxes celebration right now. You know that one? He's just,
oh, what that bang bang.
He's just shooting the whole chat.
Well, I've been to Old Trafford though. I don't even know if I've bought 150 miles with my team. I don't really care. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can't lie though. Yeah. Touchline is attracting all the toxic fans to the chat.
Charlie's just being funny though.
Someone replied to me and said you're talking about being a proper club when you support Man United. I said, yeah, Man United are a proper club. We are a proper club. What do you mean? We're the definition of a proper club. You want to talk real fans? Man United got real fans. Every away ground, every away game, Man United sell out 100%. Home, away, Europe, wherever, sell out 100%. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. If you want to talk history, tradition, and all that shit, Man United have got it. Man United have got, as I said, the stories, the greatest story in English football, arguably the greatest story in football. Yeah, we lost our entire team, plane crash, supposed to go bust. Do you know what I'm saying? And back then, by the way, you know when we had the plane crash, you couldn't just buy new players. You didn't have the money for it. Do you know what I'm saying? You couldn't just do that. Do you know what I'm saying? So we had to build them off by academy players. Do you know what I'm saying? And Bobby Charlton, who was in the plane crash, within 10 years won a Ballon d'Or and won a World Cup and a European Cup and a league title. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like these things, you can't buy these. So sit there and say Man United aren't a proper club. I'm like, brother, this is why I don't like them. Like these shit clubs, you know what they do? Their fans make it a personality trait that they support their club. Do you know what I'm saying? When really and truly,
I do hear that,
do they take football seriously? Like they sit there and watch the game drunk, or they're on the David Coote stuff. Do you know what I'm saying?
To be honest, I understand.
They're too concussed because before the match they've done a 50 fucking brawl and they're all punching each other up, and then they go to the game like, oh yeah, well, I'll scan my ticket and all that, and then they're not even taking it in. Like you're not really supporting your club, are you? Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, I wish I was on a stiff watching my club, bro. I should have taken a leaf out of their book, bro.
Liverpool fans are so funny the way they're doing the. Yeah, exactly. Trent is in the snake, by the way. Trent, for me, he's literally done. Like they were sitting there saying about Zubimendi. Oh, Zubimendi's got to join us because he's better in his career. Well, what's Trent doing? Do you know what I'm saying? They wanted Zubimendi to do what Trent's done to them. They're just crying about it.
That's his boyhood club as well. That Zubimendi guy. I hear it, bro. Like, you know what it is. I've tried to watch Liverpool people. I was on Monster's channel yesterday as well when he had his little meltdown thing. I was trying to just the reason I was watching it, besides the trolling thing, I was trying to watch it because I wanted to understand where they were coming from, yeah, just to see if there's a genuine, like, if there's something that they are experiencing that we just don't understand, if that kind of makes sense. Like, am I missing something? But the more I watch it, the more it's just saltiness, isn't it? The only
Yeah.
thing that they're annoyed about, I think they're more annoyed about the club, but the owners of the club, the board, whatever. But they want to push it on him. Like, you know why though? If you deep it, yeah, they're annoyed because they're not getting any money for him. But
No,
if you think
they're
about
not.
it,
They're not though,
that's the
because even if
club
they
fault.
were, bro, Gerard was trying to leave to join your club, Yasser, and do you know what they
And
did?
they
Do you
were
know
doing
why they
death
didn't join
threats.
him? No, do you know
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Because they sent bullets through his door. They sent bullets through his door, and they said, "You're not leaving."
Classy
Yeah.
club.
That's what I'm
Exactly.
saying. So they
So
don't
they're
want
pretending
to.
it's because of not money. No, it's not because of money. It's because you are hurt the fact that he's going to a better club to be a better successful.
But you
This
know, out of
guy,
the 3 players touchline here, he's the easiest one to replace. I was speaking to Lex yesterday because I
Yeah.
was on Northside channel. I was with him backstage for a while speaking, yeah, and he said it as well. He said, if we could just get someone now that can actually defend at right
Yeah.
back, we can get the creativity from midfield or from the wing. We can
If
buy
they sign
that
properly,
yeah,
yeah.
to replace that creativity that we aren't getting from Trent. We can actually get someone that can defend. So yes, he's left, but for me, it's more on the owners. And then you have to look at it from him as well. He's looking at 3 of his boys not getting renewed the contract. Salah basically had to tell everyone on an interview and say, I haven't heard anything about a contract or yet. You know what I'm saying? Where you're bagging in goals left, right, and center. He's looking at it thinking, yo, he's also seen what happened during Klopp's tenure where he didn't really get backed, if it makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Fabinho left, he never got a Fabinho replacement. We've never seen someone on Fabinho or close to Fabinho's level here that replaced him. You know that when KDB leaves at City, they might go and get a word. They might go get someone at levels, isn't it?
Yeah.
So if he's already won everything. If he didn't win anything, you kind of think of, why don't he stay and get us something? Like what Kane wanted to do, if you guys remember, yeah? He wants to stay because he wants to take that club and get something to win.
Yeah. But the thing is,
With this guy, he's already won everything. So he's looking
he's
at it
trying
like,
to be,
let me
yes,
try
sir.
a new story kind of thing.
Yes,
Do you
sir.
get
He's
what I'm
trying
saying?
to be the best right back ever. That's what he's trying to be, the best right back ever. He's
But
not
okay,
going to
think
be.
about it like this. though.
Liverpool fans
Think
will
about it like this.
pretend he's the best right back ever, but if he goes to Real Madrid and he wins 3 or 4 more Champions Leagues and he wins a couple of league titles, he can actually have a straight up debate saying, I am the best right back of all time. Yeah, I'm the best right back of all time.
Yeah, because
He
remember
Liverpool
Marcelo
fans-
wasn't really
exactly.
a good defender, but he was
Exactly.
good forward.
Marcelo was miles better defensively though than
Yeah, but I'm saying, I know that's not
Danny
what I'm saying.
Alves.
He was
Danny
similar to
Alves
where
was
he's
sick.
better
No, Danny
attacking
Alves was
wise
better
than
both. He was
defensively.
sick at both.
Yeah.
Danny Alves was sick at both. But
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
one thing. Danny Alves was locking up prime Ronaldo, but the Trent fans tried to pretend that Danny Alves was on the same level as Trent. Danny Alves was locking up prime Ronaldo. He was unreal,
It's
both
clear.
defensively
It's
and going forward. Yeah.
But my
as I
thing
was
with him
saying,
is this though, with the touchline here, with Trent, he's already won everything. And if you look at it, the new manager came in after Klopp's left and he never got backed. All he got was Chiesa, bro. So he's looking at it like, what? So what? I'm gonna sign this thing and then, what am I just gonna be stagnant basically? Do you get what I'm saying? So if the team doesn't build, they might be looking at going downhill, especially if they lose that spine. Because remember, Alisson only has 1 more year left in his contract. Do you get what I'm trying to say? So he's looking at it like, bro, if I can go over there, they've already swayed him a little bit. If Pep goes over there, that's crazy. That's crazy. Man.
That's fucking jokes, honestly. As I was saying, though, with Trent, yeah.
You could say similar about Robinho, innit?
Yeah. With Trent, like Trent is, he's not Twitter debates, like actual debates. He's gonna if he goes Real Madrid, he has potential to go down as the best right back to have ever played the game. Yeah. Whereas if he stays at Liverpool, it's just gonna be a Twitter debate. It's going to be.
I have a theory, though.
Yeah,
I have a theory.
He's never dominated English football with Liverpool. He's never doing it. They aren't set up to do that.
Yeah. Sorry, bro. I have a theory. Think about it like this. Do you think that Liverpool fans are feeling betrayed because they backed him with something that he wasn't able to do?
Yeah, they are. 100%.
I think they were backing him knowing that he can't defend, but they were just backing him for the sake of backing him. And now he's left them. They're annoyed that they were.
Now they're all saying he can't defend. Like now they're all agreeing with us.
I'm seeing compilations on Twitter, fam, of like
know what they said,
Martinelli going
like,
past him.
I
like-
saw a Liverpool fan. He said it sarcastically. He said, "Can we bottle the league so he can't get a second medal?"
Hey, all I'm seeing is that corner wasn't taken that quickly. You know, that's
Yeah,
all I'm
that's
seeing.
what
I saw that.
It was Robertson. Do you know what they said? It was Robertson that took that corner. It's like, yo, you
It's on Photoshop Robertson on the corner flag.
Oh my gosh,
bro.
that's crazy, bro. Man United aren't a proper club anymore. We'll always be a proper club because we've done the aim of the game. We're the second most successful club in England. One of the most successful clubs on the planet. We won the most league titles, won second most FA Cups, second most European Cups in England. Do you know what I'm saying? We always will be a proper club. I know you're trolling, but yeah, I'm saying Trent ain't a snake. Yeah, Trent ain't a snake, bruv. Like he's better in his career, bro. So I'm saying, yeah, exactly. They're acting like he joined. Like he didn't join Man City. I mean, Pep, you tell me Pep wouldn't take him. Pep would, of course, take him, but he's not joining.
Pep would love him.
He's joining the biggest club on the planet to win Champions Leagues. United aren't a proper club. You went from Portuguese maestros of Ronaldo and Nani. That's exactly why we are a proper club, mate. Because we've had Ronaldo play for our football club. Do you know what I'm saying? You hired a fraudulent manager too. Don't worry, though. You got Jimmy Savile at the wheel. He's a top manager, mate. I'm telling you. Liverpool fans should be angry about their owners letting Trent and Salah and Van Dijk and Alisson, by the way, is going to be going into his last year of his contract. So, you know I'm saying, they're letting
be angry at your owners, bruv. Not
Exactly.
the fucking guy who won you trophies. Like,
that's what I'm saying. But this is what the majority of the world just go for. Majority of the world are just thick, bruv. Like they just go for the wrong people all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? Always blame. Instead of blaming the enablers, they blame the result. Like they blame the result.
Easy
They blame the
target.
result.
He's an easy
Exactly.
target. Do you get
It's
what
like
I'm
in
saying?
life,
He's
do you know
an
what
easy
I'm saying?
target that
You
they
know
see
the
all the
riots?
time, so they can
Remember
go
the
for it.
riots? You remember the riots last year in England? Yeah, this is just an example. Remember that they were attacking brown people or whatever. Yeah, they were beating up brown people. But why don't you just attack the people? If you don't want them in the country, why are you going for them? Why are you not going for the people that are allowing them to come? Do you know what I'm saying? Like the people that stop them.
But you know what's mad,
yeah?
You know what's mad, Touchline? Because remember they said they were trying to say they were gonna come to my ends and that in Birmingham. And we locked off the whole ends. I swear.
To be fair, that was all. They apparently were going to Wolverhampton. I was like, bro, they're not going to go there.
Because they were in Tamworth.
There's no reason to.
But Tamworth's not far from Birmingham, innit? But at the same
there was
time,
riots in Tamworth.
Yeah, they went through like the whole hotel. I forgot what the hotel's name is, but they went in there and whatever they done. So it was closer than we thought, innit? But for me, we don't want those people in anyway. In terms of anyone, we don't want people to come in illegally, innit? Do you get what I'm trying to say? If you're gonna come on here, cool. We know that a lot of people have issues or whatever in their lives, and they might want to come over here and improve their life. But if you're not here to improve your life, bro, there's no one wants you. It doesn't matter if you're the same color as me or same religion and that. Do you get what I'm saying? What we didn't like is when it became a generalized thing, innit? If you're just brown or black,
I didn't agree with it. I didn't agree with attacking like religious places and that because I didn't agree with that.
But I hear it though. I hear that some people part of my religion that do something that's wrong, but there's also people that are the white that do things wrong or whatever. But actually, there's it's the confusion where they try to make it look like it's fine in the religion. That's why they do it. So that's where the danger comes from, innit? Because it's like, cool, we have so many Muslims over here. If they're saying it's calm to do it over there, then obviously they're gonna do it all over here. But bro, why are they not doing it in Dubai, fam? You know what I'm saying? Do you get what I'm saying? Why is it not normal in Dubai? And all the things that actually go wrong in Dubai are people from England going over there and doing something, and then you hear about, yo, can you please donate to my GoFundMe, blood, because they got me in jail.
I saw that. You heard that story of that geezer that with the Indian woman or something in Dubai, the kid,
the little kid, his mum.
And there were people in London. There were people in London protesting, and it was like, bruv, it's like he's not. Trust me, it doesn't matter how much you protest in England, he's not getting released, mate. He's doing he's finishing his sentence. Do you know what I'm saying? He's doing that whole year in prison.
And who done him dirty was the mum, the girl's mum. Literally said, yo. She kept it on a low, left the country, and then reported it. So she knew.
What she done was scumbag. I remember that. What she done was scumbag. As I said, like, I didn't agree with like them attacking the religious places, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? But I did say, like, at the end of the day, not everyone did that was rioting, but they all got brushed with the same, like, EDL, racist, Not everyone there was proper, like, trying to kick, but they were just trying to express an opinion, I guess. Do you know what I'm saying? But you're gonna get, when you get a few pissheads, do you know what I'm saying? They're just pissheads. They're stupid. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, the alcohol is doing the thinking for them.
And there's always those people that you see. Remember in like football riots, or even when if there's beef, if two people were fighting, how many other people would come along that got nothing to do with the beef?
There's so many,
They don't even know why they're there, bro.
Even in these
Yeah.
situations,
They don't even
yeah,
know why they're
they're
Bruv,
always-
even
they're
school.
always-
In school, do you remember the school fights?
Oh, school is like come around the corner, bro. There's a fight.
Sometimes obviously, I went to two schools, innit? I went to two schools. So, like, the first school I went to, you could do that. In the second school, they segregated all the years, innit? So, if you were year 10, you couldn't go into this area at the playground because that's where the year 7s are. You weren't allowed to do it. They segregated them all. Do you know what I'm saying?
Jesus.
It's crazy, bro.
Man had
Yeah,
prison
so-
walls at school. Blood.
Is that like, luckily for us, we was right next to when I was in year 9, we was right next to the year 10s or the year 10s or year 11s. And then as I got older, when we ended up being in year 11s, and no one really cared about being around year 7s and year 8s and all that shit. But yeah, as I was saying, like in the first school, if there was a school fight, you know what I'm saying? You just see about fucking, but there's some mad fights in school as well, because there'll be like year 10s and year 11s, like 50 versus 50 brawls in the school, like in the canteen. They'll all start punching each other up because they didn't like each other, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? That, brother, the mad brawls and that, there'll be like fucking hundreds of people just run into it. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I hear what you're saying, man. Didn't see Liverpool fans. So well, I wasn't alive back then. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I agree, bro. You know what I'm saying?
There's a picture of McManaman, someone else, yeah, and Trent together. I don't know if you guys.
Michael Owen,
Yeah, bro. I don't think I can.
Have you seen this? I don't. Let me just get this up real quick. I've got a screenshot it and I'll put it on my thing. I can't remember if I screen share it. Let me just show you this. Yeah, I don't. I think he was trolling, by the way, Phil, bro. I don't think he actually thinks Trent AWB's better than Trent.
I'm gonna DM it to you now, yeah. And then look at the comments, bro. Let me send it to Mike's as well. I don't know if you man seen this, bro. These man using AI and they're just trolling these man. It hurts, bro.
Look at this. Look, hold on, this is loading. Yeah, hold on, slow down.
Yeah, I've seen the picture. Yeah.
Oh no, it's fucking wrong thing. Sorry, I put it as a fucking background rather than the actual thing. Hold on.
Oh yes, so the first reply, bro, is mental.
You seen that one? That's crazy.
It was the first reply.
Yeah, it's been a mad thing, you know. That's what I was saying. Check
look at this. Look.
Oh my days.
Oh,
Hey, by the way, like I've seen some memes about Trent and Bellingham, yeah, and do you know what? I hear it.
What you're saying about they're up to some light skin antics and that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, I'm saying P Diddy is still alive. That's what I'm saying.
I think Bellingham's gonna let him share the thing. You know them ones.
Yeah, bro. Bellingham's the new Diddy.
Yeah, bro. Hey, Amorim is a top manager, bro. I'll stand by that. Do you know what I'm saying? Until I'm proven otherwise. Amorim's job is a fraud, been outperformed by a problem. But this is the problem. This is where you need to comprehend different circumstances in football clubs. Moyes' team was suited to playing that football. So when he came into Everton, do you know what I'm saying? They weren't gonna. He didn't have to do much, did he? Do you know what I'm saying? He didn't have to change much, did he? And how's he getting outperformed anyways? Isn't Amorim above him? Isn't Amorim in Europe? Amorim hasn't lost a game in Europe so far this season, by the way, in the Champions League and Europa League, because he also played for Sporting, managed Sporting, and he was winning games at Sporting. Do you know what I'm saying?
Hey, touchdown! You gotta get used to Charlie, bro, because he means well, but he's gonna troll you because he wants a reaction. That's what he's.
Alfred Nassr too, proper club, because Ronaldo's played for him. Yeah, Al Nassr are a top proper club though. Why aren't they a proper club? How many league titles have they won? Do you know what I'm saying? And also, you're talking about 40-year-old Ronaldo, bro. Ronaldo won a Champions League, 3-peat, Ballon d'Or at Man United. Now, shout out to the crackheads and pissheads of the world. Yeah, shout out to them, bro. But some of them, do you know what I'm saying? Some of them just get too mouthy at times, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll be real. I'm all for the pub earlier, do you know what I'm saying? But just, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's all right, do you know what I'm saying? Civilized pub. But when you get some dickheads, do you know what I'm saying, in pubs that just start pissing around.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? Like, just,
Yep.
Like, I've been in pubs before that have been civilized, and I've been in pubs before where it's gone a bit left. As well and stuff like that. It's like, you know what I'm saying, bro.
Worst time to go pub, yeah. Unpopular opinion. Worst time to go pub when England games are on, yeah. You see these men that just throw drinks on you.
Yeah, it's a crazy comment.
Bro, I swear, him and bro, I don't know why Mike's getting trolled for no reason. Like, you know
no, because Charlie's my guy. He's always in my chat. Like,
yeah, he told me. Yeah. Man said Sherwood is an aerial dude to Mini Mike, so bro, this is peak.
Amorim's top. Exactly. Amorim's a good manager, bro. Like, I'm not hearing any different. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, until I get proven otherwise. Who's won more games in the Prem since they both joined? I probably guess Amorim's probably won more. I imagine.
I don't know. I don't guess.
Bro, like,
These questions are weird, you know, like
exactly. Moyes won about 4, no?
I don't know.
How many European Cups has Amorim job? He's got
Amorim.
0, bro. He's got a good European record so far for a young manager.
He got you, blood. You know that was.
I don't. What does Amorim job even mean? Like, what is it supposed to mean?
No, I'm a rim job. You know, rim job. And like, there's a slander name that you got. As soon as he joined Man United, I'm a rim job.
Yeah, I know. I saw fucking Jules call him Scammering or some shit like that. I'm like,
No, but I don't think he. Do you understand why?
Do you know what a rim job is?
No, I don't know what a rim job is. No.
Don't worry. It's not the stream. It's not the stream for it. Yeah, Google it.
Where is from one part?
FBI about to run into his yard, blood.
Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. Moyes is a cut. Trump's a good record.
Be careful, blood. You know that was.
Yeah, but Moyes isn't a bad manager, anyways. But Moyes also. Hold on. Can I just say something? Well, I'm missing the elephant in the room. Can we compare Moyes at Man United to Amorim at Man United? And then come back to me. Bearing in mind, Moyes took over the champions of England at the time with Van Persie, Rooney, Evra, Vidic, Ferdinand. Carry on, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying?
I can't lie though. Touch the way he pulled the handbrake on that, blood. Man just went on a handbrake turn and just drove them.
Exactly, bro. Yeah, Moyes won more games. I don't think Moyes won more games anyways. Amorim's won about 8 league games. Moyes has barely even played 8 league games. Bruv, you can never cook me in an argument, bruv. I'll cook anyone.
Yeah,
On gas. Let me see
forever, blood. Pause.
Oh yeah, I saw that one. The one with the pajamas. I saw that. Did you know what it is about Michael Owen? I get because he joined us. Do you know what I'm saying?
But check the comments though. Check the
comments. The replies are crazy, bro.
Did you hear what Michael Owen said to them when he joined us? And he won the league with us. You know what he said? He said if you can't beat him, join him. So because obviously he couldn't beat us with Liverpool, innit? So he said he can't beat him, join him.
Ridiculous.
You are cooking no one, bro.
Percy said as well, blood. You know them, man.
Listen, my club never gets embarrassed like that, bro. The last time someone tried to speak shit about my club was Lukaku. Do you know what I'm saying? And I just watched his Champions League performance and laugh. News are sat 14th. Hold that. We're actually sat 13th. Thank you for information, though. And Everton are sat 15th, I think. So behind us. And you haven't got a hobby. You haven't got your hobby on, bruv. Trying to cook with no heat.
Yo, listen though, I got a cut in it. I don't know if you're gonna end the stream or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna end the stream in about 5 minutes, man. Let me just read these comments real quick. I don't see why Trench. Where are the comments? I don't see what are the funny comments.
No. Go to the replies of the tweet, bro, because there's like bare weird shit.
Oh, what the quotes?
Look, the replies of the tweet of the pajamas. Go to the replies.
Yeah, I'm looking at the replies and I don't see any fucking.
You didn't see a madness.
Oh! Now I've just seen.
That's crazy, isn't it? That's
look at the one. He's going. Look at this one. Hold on. Let me screenshot this. Let me just before Yasser goes. Let me just screenshot this. Yeah, and I'll show you this one. This one's fucking crazy, bro.
Bro, yo, Twitter. I can't lie. I've been away for like what 5-6 years. I ain't been on it.
Shit, my club was trending at age, bro. Exactly, brother.
Twitter when it goes down,
means more. It means more. Remember that. It means more and all that. I remember this.
0 out of 3.
Oh my! Why do they always do this? They do this because Caicedo and Lavia as well. They always fuck up in transfer situations. Always.
You know what happened though, Max? You know when I was on Monster's channel yesterday when he done the reaction to the trend thing, yeah. Mike's what's his name? I said Mike's Prime messaged me while I'm on the stream, but I didn't hear it, innit? Because my phone sometimes just vibrates for some useless notifications like football, news, whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
So I ain't checked it. So once I went off, checked my thing, Twitter, yeah. I've seen him. Man tweeted, Yasser DM me. And then he DM'd me with the Lex clip, yeah, where he was saying, Trent ain't going nowhere. He was like, he wanted me to show that to them, innit? I was like that, and then we ended up showing it on Northside stream and that. But that was fun.
I'm gonna wrap up anyways. Big up to everyone in the chat. Big up to Kurt. Big up to Charlie. Big up to Phil. Big up to Christian, sorry. Big up to Pete. Big up to Skybet Championship. Big up to Zia. Big up to Sav. Big up to you two. Yeah, no, because it's my cousin and he makes new accounts all the time, and he basically just made up one because man, he basically the first comment he did, he changed his name to Sky Bet Championship and he put hello. Well, he said see you there next year or something like because Man United were losing, I think.
Yeah,
to
I
some
knew.
team.
That's why I was laughing because I
Yeah,
was like,
that's what he's
there's all
done.
these
But obviously
things.
now we're fucking clear of the thing. Yeah, I'm saying, but
Yeah.
yeah, big up to you lot for coming on, man. Shout your channels out, bro.
I'm GVO Mike's on all platforms. I'm trying to reach 1K subscribers before the end of the season. So if you're not subscribed, come and join me in it. But big up for having me on Touchline.
Yeah, man. Yes, shout your channel out, bro.
Yeah, man. Yasser TV, mine, and obviously Mike's links are in the description. Make sure you slap the like if you haven't already. I know some people have been coming in and out. And obviously big up Touchline for having me on. Obviously big up my brother Mike's. You know what I mean? Always a pleasure, bro. And yeah, man. Lit stream, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Lit stream. I didn't expect you to be on there though, Max. But you know what it is? When I was there, I was like, yeah. But then it just ended up being a Yasser Cook Fest, blood. You know them ones. I got thrown into the air fryer, blood.
You got the fucking you got the fucking strays from that Touchline wanted to shoot at Don, bro.
Yeah, man was like, listen, I might not be able to get Don on the channel, so let me just get the next available.
No, I
Chelsea
already
channel,
cooked him on Twitter, bro. I cooked him on. Do you know that clip of have you seen that clip of Roman on steroids? That one. He's like,
Yeah,
got Roman.
Oh,
I sent it to CV. I sent it to CV. That was me who sent it. Was CV.
Oh,
because Don was chatting shit in his comments on his Twitter. So I said, well, what's this then about then, mate? Because I don't know what it was about. It must have been about Clearlake or whatever. He must have been sitting there trying to say he's never gassed up Clearlake, trying to revisionize it. So I said, well, what's this then? And then he tried to say, oh, I was only joking. I was only being shameless. Like, being shameless is me saying Man United are the only team in the top 5 leagues unbeaten in Europe. That's me being shameless. Do you know what I'm saying? Not being shameless. Being shameless is not saying we've got Roman on steroids when you have Todd Bowley at the helm.
Everyone has their own way of being shameless, isn't This is the thing. It's weird, but you kind of have to be able to separate the shamelessness and being honest, innit?
Yeah.
But it's not easy as well. Like,
Yeah,
do you see the problem with the Don thing? You know, when he's going back and forth with G-Man about the 14th, 13th, whatever it is, that you can tell that that's just like a defense mechanism. It's
that
just
is being shameless as well, though. Like,
yeah, he's doing the shameless thing, but at the same time, he's trying to like kind of troll, innit? You know what I'm saying? So a lot of people are looking at him thinking he doesn't like he's just going for the easy thing, 13th and that. But I think he's just trying to rattle the opposite. Like sometimes you got to deflect, innit? If you're stuck in a corner and there's 3 guns pointed at you, find a way to deflect, fam. You know them ones. You can't just sit there and say, "Yo, yeah, my Clearlake and Poch, bro." You know them ones. Yeah, I gotta say to you, you're 13th. I got the UCL coming. You know them ones. I gotta find something, bro.
I hear it. Well, firstly, can I just say, Charlie, it's actually 6 wins in the league, not 4. You're stuck 3 weeks ago before the Ipswich and the Leicester game. So it's 6 wins, mate. Now show me his European record. Anyways, the only fellow who could give food poison with a cheese toast. I think it's all about Don there. Big up to Charlie. Big up to all you lot. Jam, big up to coming on. Big up to everyone in the chat. As I say, subscribe if you're new. Share it around. Subscribe to all the guys. I'm road to 500 subs, man. Do you know what I'm saying? We're 85 subscribers off, so we're trying our best to get that ASAP. Do you know what I'm saying? I came in and caused havoc and bounced. Right, big up, man. I'm wrapping up, man. I'm out, people.
Big up.